Greetings and good tidings, Lafayette Lions. It's Miss Brady here, and today we are going to be reviewing 2-digit by 1-digit and 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. I have my 1 through 4 multiplication chart behind me, and we're going to be using the 5 through 9 a little bit later in this video. We're going to start with a 2-digit times 1-digit multiplication problem. Since there's only a digit in the ones place for the bottom number in the first problem, I'm going to use my blue marker as I write my product. I start by looking at 2 times 4. And if I can't remember 2 times 4, I can go to my 2 times multiplication chart, go over to the 4, and see that 2 times 4 equals 8. So underneath this 2 and 4, I'm going to write an 8. Next, I multiply 2 times 1. 2 times 1 equals 2, and we can remember that because of the identity property of multiplication that says that any number times 1 gets to keep its identity and stay the same. 2 times 1 equals 2. So the product of 14 times 2 is going to be 28. Remember, guys and gals, the product is the answer to a multiplication problem. My next practice problem is 21 times 43. So we have 2-digit times 2-digit. Again, we're going to start with our ones place, which means I'm going to be using my blue marker. This time, I'm going to need my 3 times table to help me. 3 times 1 equals 3. And then I'm going to look at 3 times 2, which is 6. I am all done multiplying by my ones place. I'm going to make these a little bit darker. I'm all done multiplying by my ones place, which means that I am now done with my blue marker. Before I can start multiplying by my 4, which is actually a 40 because it's in the tens place, I'm going to have to put a placeholder 0 underneath of this 3. That way my product for the next portion starts in my tens place. So I'm going to grab my green marker and place a happy placeholder 0. He is so happy that we remembered him. Then I will grab my red marker so that I can start multiplying by my tens place. For this portion of my problem, I will need my 4 times table. 4 times 1 equals 4. And 4 times 2 equals 8. The next step of my multiplication problem is to add my 2 partial products together. So I am going to add 63 plus 840. 3 plus 0 equals 3. 6 plus 4 is 10. So I drop my 0 and regroup that 1. Then I do 1 plus 8, which equals 9. So the product of 21 times 43 is 903. All right, Lafayette Lions, I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and set up my 5 through 9 multiplication chart and my next 2 practice problems. While I'm doing that, go ahead and get up and stretch, wiggle around a little bit, grab a glass of water, do whatever you need to do, and then we're going to come back here and do a little bit more practice. A few minutes later. Welcome back, Lafayette Lions. We are now going to do 2 more practice problems where we will need to use our 5 through 9 multiplication chart. The next problem we're going to do is 34 times 7. Which multiplication chart will I need for this problem? If you said you're 7, you are absolutely right. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my blue marker because, again, I'm going to be starting in my ones place. 7 times 4. If I'm unsure of that, I can go my 7 times table and go to the 4 and see that 7 times 4 equals 28. For this problem, I'm going to have to do some regrouping. Just like with addition, I will put my ones place down so that 8 is going to go down. And I'll need to regroup the tens place, which is that 2. Next, I'm going to multiply my ones place times my tens place. 7 times 3 is 21, plus the 2 up here, 21, 22, 23. My product of 34 times 7 equals 238. Next, we're going to look at 79 times 86. These are two pretty big numbers. I'm going to again use my blue marker because I am starting with the ones place in my bottom number. 6 times 9. I can go to my 6 times table and go to the 9 and see that 6 times 9 equals 54. So I drop my 4 and regroup that 5. Then I'm going to do 6 times 7, which equals 42 plus 5 is going to be 47. Okay. I am all done with my ones place, which means I am done with my blue marker. Next, before I start multiplying by that 8, because it's really an 80, I need to make sure that I put my happy placeholder 0 here in the ones place. So I'm going to grab my green marker and write my happy 0. Now I'm ready to multiply by the 8. So I'm going to grab my red marker since I'm multiplying by the tens place. I'm going to start by looking at 8 times 9. So 8 times 9 equals 72. I drop that 2, regroup the 7. And I now do 8 times 7, which is 56, plus 7, which is going to be, let's see, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Okay. I am all done multiplying by my 8. So now I am going to add my partial products just like we did with the 21 times 43. 4 plus 0 equals 4. 7 plus 2 is 9. 4 plus 3 is 7. And 6 plus 0 is 6. So the product of 79 times 86 is 6,794. Great work today, guys and gals. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you need any more help, please be sure to reach out to your math teachers. Have a wonderful afternoon.